Hello everyone and welcome to the first semi-final game between Shwertzeit and nuri123 for Sunday Night Carte 2. Today with me is FSO and IKRinOP, and this is Desron as usual, streaming in the very low quality. And for people on YouTube, remember that the hands are covered for me at least when they're playing, so I can't see their hand, and that influences my commentating. Uh, well, no, I usually see this in a more aggro-ish deck, but I guess Chelsea can work in control decks too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, looking by the start, it looks more. I don't know. It's still hard to tell if they're. Yeah. Well, a Hound is good in both decks, but we'll see if he plays something like a Pale Blue Moon. It's probably more control-ish, and if he goes for something like the 2-1 that. Well, the thing is, he's not playing Ghost, and like, other than Ghost, most people don't play aggro black. Like, they're. Yeah, but Summon Evil. Well, Summon Evil decks don't play Hound either. Well, the thing is, black is usually splashes removal, and Pale Blue Moon is so important in a control matchup that you're willing to give up 1 point of damage to make sure it doesn't take any damage. Yeah, yeah. But before the Hound get okay, if the Hound flips, it still dies to the bird, and before he gets a chance to flip the Hound or the Pale Blue Moon, the bird is gonna kill one of those two. It's a symptom of the fact that black doesn't have any good 3 drops. I mean, yep. But I mean, like, they don't have any 2-3s with, like, highly relevant abilities. You have Gravekeeper, but his ability doesn't matter unless you play Necromancy. Yeah, I don't actually run the Necromancy in my deck, but I know most. I know I'm the exception to the rule. And the thing about now is that with the new black 4 drop, putting an extra card in your graveyard is actually good for you. That's usually what it means. I mean, if you don't have a Pale Blue Moon up, it's usually Paradise, and it's just skipping your turn to get a 3-2 is not worth it. I guess he can use the Bloody Moon skill and the Chelsea skill, maybe his turret if it's what the using. Yeah. Well, I don't know if he has Paladin head. We're saying if he doesn't, like, yeah, okay, yeah, 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 definitely. The best position to be in is a pale blue moon that you're ready to flip and a party of the dead in hand, and then at the end of the turn you just choose what you want to do. But I would like to point out the Argosian Destroyer, which shows you how bad black 6 drops are if you want a 4-4. Well, it's a vanilla 4-4. It doesn't have a single actual skill to it. Yeah, but yeah, every other color, the 4-4s actually do something. Black is the only one where the 6 mana 4-4 doesn't do anything. Maybe, I don't know. I don't play them at all in my deck. That's a card I don't usually expect to see. Dreadlich. It's good. I get. I yeah, I used to play a lot of them, but then my problem was I didn't have enough 3 power creatures, and it screwed me over too much. He could be. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, he gets to kill both of the guys on defense, turn the Dreadlich into a 0-10, and then use the Bird of Good Luck to finish the Destroyer. Lord of Dead looked really unimpressive when he first came out. He has enough synergy with the stuff that you are gonna play in the deck anyways, to where you're happy playing him, because he combos really well with the Hound since it goes to the graveyard when it transforms. So you can just keep. Mm, yep. But yeah, like his pumping up the zombies comes up every so often. Him bringing back goals at the end of turn is kind of like a bad party. Yeah. Well, the thing is, like black likes to leave mana up, and this is one of the options it gives it to do. Sure. I mean, if you have party, you're gonna play the party, but if they leave up a counter spell, you just activate this and at least get one ghoul. Like if you left mana to transform Pale Blue Moon, and then you realize that you don't want to transform it for some reason or it dies, well, it happens, like, then you have other options to do. Yeah. Obelisk also Obelisk is also extremely counterproductive with Necromancy. Well, if you can, it makes a couple of Obelisk could be, I guess. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you're not gonna be playing a lot of those in your deck, but one or two, I think. Every black deck can support one or two of those. Especially if you were playing like Contract with the Devil, I found this to be like just a better contract. Since you spend basically two cards, but rather than putting three cards in your hand, you get a 4/4 in play, which is usually better. People will figure out that he's kind of like the Lord of Darkness, where you can build Lord of the Dead, I mean, where you can build a specialized deck around him, but even if you don't, most decks can play one or two with relative ease. Because you black decks usually run Doppelganger. They also run high toughness guys, so like you swing with something, it says at 1 HP, you sack it to get a 4/4, which is basically you spend a couple of mana to upgrade it. You also have a Necromancy, so you attack with a Necromancy guy, and then you sack that to your Greedy Evil if it survives. Because usually players are gonna, if they have options, they're gonna block in such a way as not to kill the Necromancy guy, and you can sacrifice him to the Greedy Evil. So, like you don't want four of them in the deck, but one or two are usually gonna be worth it. Like there is enough incidental value that you can pull it off. Party of the Dead tokens, like if worse comes to worse, you can use one of those tokens. I mean, it's not as amazing value as, for example, a 1/1 Doppelganger token, but it's still good enough. So, I'm not sure. I would have killed the one in attack zone and tried to save my Lord of Darkness or something. Oh, but I guess he saw the party coming. So, yes, it does. Yep. But also, Nuri is at low enough HP where he can potentially just like kill him out because he's at effectively max 9 HP right now, and that's if he uses the skill that gives him 2 HP. So he is probably at 8 HP realistically speaking, which is not. Yep. Flipping the pale blue moon. Yeah. It is, but with pale blue moon you get it for 4 mana, while with bloody moon you pay 5, which could be a big difference. And pale blue moon takes up your 2-drop slot, which is not very, doesn't have a lot of other options, while bloody moon is competing with stuff like second head. Okay, we're gonna restart the Skype call because it started to stutter. So I'll call you back in 2 seconds. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, everyone. Sometimes if you have a Skype call going for a long time, it starts to stutter and do weird stuff. Yep, yep. Also, I have a question. How does Summon Evil and Bloody Moon work? If your Bloody Moon is at 1 HP after you summon it, I mean not Summon Evil, Necromancy and Bloody Moon. If your Bloody Moon is at 1 HP at the end of turn, does it die or does it flip? If you nec... Yeah. Which one comes in first? Because, like, if it exiles the Bloody Moon and puts a Pale Blue Moon, then it's not gonna die. But if it first dies, then... Okay, so Nuri is in a very dangerous spot right now. He's at effectively 3 HP. Yeah, well, right now he can use the Bloody Moon to kill the Necromancer, and that's gonna make it flip and he can block with it. So he effectively has 2 blockers. He can also use his ghouls to just kill everything, but at this point it might be better to just, what do you call it, get him to low HP where he's dead now. If he attacks with all the ghouls, he's hitting for 8 points of damage. So, yeah, no, it doesn't. But he would need another Gravekeeper Necromancy combo since he can always kill. Well, I guess the Necromancer is actually a lethal anyway, so that's not helping much. Yeah, with the last ghoul, I think I would, yeah, I would kill something. I don't know, I would have probably attacked the Gravekeeper and then use the Bloody Moon to finish off the Gravekeeper, so he only had a 2 power attack guy at the top of his library, not a 3 power. Of course, leaving a 1 HP Necromancer means that he can also use that skill, but Or just hero skill. Because with hero skill 6, 8, it puts him down to 1 HP. So he's probably safe if he has one blocker. I mean, Schwartz is safe from dying next turn if he gets one blocker. Assuming Nuri doesn't run Necromancy, which we haven't seen a single sign that he does, since he was playing the other 2-3 guys. Yep. Yeah. So Schwartz deciding, I actually like this. I don't agree with that. I mean, Necromancy doesn't kill him this turn since he only has 5 mana left. Yeah. It's very swingy. A Desire for Mine right now would be so good for either player. But, yep. He's dead. Yep. It is. Yep. But when your opponent manages to stabilize at 2 HP, personally, I always think like I missed 2 damage somewhere. Like I could have had this. Which will be interesting for people watching the game to go back and see like, did he actually miss an opportunity for a win? Because I can't think of something like major off the top of my head, but there are definitely different lines of plays he had available, which is always the fun thing about the black deck. You have so many options, and you always. Well, yeah, but I mean, we can safely assume he didn't have that. And he doesn't have any mulligans left. I believe he mulliganed twice. So he never drew it if he had it. Yep. They are. So Schwertz is down 1 game, and we're gonna be back for the second game of the semifinals.